We're back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second hour of Masks: A New Generation. So,
we fade in on an image of Finn and Nightshade making out. Oh wait,
Wait a minute.
we fade in on the combined visual imagery of every single fanfiction that would possibly be created based on the framework provided.
Ew.
All of them at once. Like,
Oh my
Also, the Mfrag fix.
yes, every one of them, just like washing in on you like a clockwork orange.
it's like a multiverse convergence.
Exactly. All right. So when we return to you, lots, we join you like in the weekend following the escapades you have been on recently, and upon this weekend, the first thing we see is we see like we come in on an alarm clock being struck by the nightshade as you wake to a Sunday morning. And though in the world of teenagers one might think that you could sleep in on a Sunday morning, your mother is a Christian.
Lol.
Oh boy.
And I believe that after you told her of your situation, she's been dragging you to church every Sunday to pray for your safety.
Shh, cat.
Sounds about right.
So upon like getting in the car and like pulling out of the driveway, you notice the absence of your neighbor and best friend's bicycle. And it just basically to you it just means that he's out doing something, and this wouldn't mean anything if it wasn't for the fact that he's been gone. He's been out seemingly every day for the past long while. At least for the past couple of weeks. Every time you've been taking a glance, his bike has not been there. It's like sometimes when you get back home in the evening, it's there. But every day he just seems to be out doing something else. And you have essentially no clue what, as you've kind of not been paying him any attention outside of noticing this. Which only comes to you now, right? It's not like you've been actually paying it any mind over the course of a couple of days. You just you realize that it is so now.
Okay. Yeah, as we're driving by, we see a shot of Nightshade curiously looking at the empty spot where his bike usually is, and turning to his mother and saying, "Have you heard anything about Daniel?"
What about Daniel? No, I don't think so. No. Yeah, wait, actually, honey. And your father turns in his seat. Is like, yes. Didn't he? I thought he had that thing. That job thing. He's like, yeah, I believe so. I don't remember what it was called though. No, me neither. So and then your father turns back. He's like, well, basically he's I guess internship is not the right one, but he's been taken under the wing of someone. I forget what he is. An important guy, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
They never mentioned it to me.
Well, maybe you two need to do some catching up.
Yeah, I kind of rubs the back of his neck. Yeah, I guess we need to. I haven't seen him for probably a week now.
Well, I remember when you two were inseparable.
At this point, Nightshade's starting to feel bad because Starlight
past tense is fun.
also pointed out that he's been a bad friend recently, so it's not sitting too well with him at the moment.
Yeah, I think your parents are blissfully oblivious to your mental state.
Yeah.
So you can suffer in silence and unsupported. Upon this wonderful Sunday morning, as we see you drive off into closer to Midtown, approaching whatever church you and your family attends, we cut forward to the inside of a beautiful high-rise building, some kind of industrial complex, built industrial skyscraper essentially. comprised of like like beautiful whites and lots of panoramic glass. And there's like a cute corporate logo on the side. It says what does it say? It says something like Mountain Works, right? It says Mountain Works Chemicals. And we see Daniel Thornton, who we've only basically seen this character like a few times over the course of the comic, but he's aware of like you and your identity. So we see him walk like in a like pristine whitewashed hallway, next to some people in lab coats, like talking to them, and we can't see exactly what they're talking about, but there's basically just like him like walking and talking and taking notes and like doing a lot of listening. And then there is them like going to an elevator, like pushing the button, getting into the elevator, and as they like turn around, like push the button, we see that behind them is standing like someone we don't know. Like there's someone who's obviously like drawn so as to be menacing looking, and then a like a broad smile appears on the face of this silhouette as it like puts a hand on the shoulder of Daniel, and then we cut away from that.
Well, that can't be good.
Where is Starlight on a lazy Sunday?
Trying to get her fucking cats to shut up. Shut up, Felix. On a lazy Sunday, she is probably at the hospital.
All right.
Peeing in a sink.
So we have
She wouldn't pee in a sink.
Yeah, we have a picture of you like sitting at a hospital bed with a woman looking particularly like you, hooked up to a bunch of machinery.
She's reading the daily newspaper aloud for her.
Yeah, I think your father's like out at a vending machine in the hallway or something, getting you something to drink. So it's just you and your mother. And as per usual, she seems pretty non-responsive. Right? There's like nothing happening at all. You're just reading the newspaper. And how do you feel when you do this? Does it like fill you with sadness or monotony, or are you happy when you're here?
She's gotten pretty used to it by now. But she always feels extra guilty whenever she is here, and it doesn't help that she has the condition guilty at the moment.
Yeah, so you're like in a state where you feel guilty about everything you can.
Yeah, she started out feeling guilty about, endangering people, and now she's sitting beside the woman who started it all. This is patient zero for her.
Yeah.
This is the first person she really hurt. So yeah, she's not feeling particularly happy, but at least she is trying.
All right. So your dad comes in and hands you a can of something disgusting.
Something disgusting.
Yeah, it's definitely not your brand.
Oh. What is it?
I don't know. What is not your brand?
I have no idea what could be in a can.
It's like
other than a soda.
coconut flavored cola or something ugly like.
Coconut
That sounds
flavored
nice.
cola. No, I don't like coconut.
Well,
There's also a shrimp flavored Coke.
She eyes the can and just goes, "Is this a new thing?"
He shrugs like I'm not sure. I mean, they were out of the whatever brand you usually take, right? They were out of generic sports brand of soft drink, and
Nerps.
they were out of Nerps indeed.
Well, I can always try.
Yeah, it's awful.
It is. But so were the stuff she drank before. She only drank it to keep awake. It's like you and coffee, right?
Exactly.
It's not because you like it, you do it because you have to.
I getcha. So your dad looks at you as you sip this, making a disgusted face. It's like, is everything all right?
Sure, but coconut flavored cola doesn't really taste that great.
I haven't heard a lot out of school. I suppose no news is good news, but I wanted to make sure.
Mm, well, I don't think they have a lot of stuff going on right now, basically because they're rebuilding the school after the last incident.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about, kitten. I meant about you. Your grades holding up okay?
Yeah,
You're not just saying that, are you?
no,
Kitten,
yeah.
you're not just saying that, are you?
Oh, look at the time, I better go. And then she slowly gets up and puts the newspaper down, kisses her mother's cheek, and goes, "Bye bye, Mom." And then slowly walks out of the room.
Get out, get something proper to drink.
Yeah.
Alright. So actually, now that I think about it, so when you do that, you go like, we see you at the vending machine, and like this, it's just like one selection after the other of awful nothing. Like just like the worst. Like who even puts like who makes cantaloupe flavored soft drinks? What is this?
Japan does.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's that kind of feeling. It's like,
It
oh,
actually tastes good.
bean sprouts
That's
soda.
Grumpo Tungus's favorite.
That reference. That is an oldie but a goldie. Okay. So like we see you like standing up at the vending machine. And whereupon a sudden in the background we see a series of buildings. One of which looks particularly readily identifiable because we just saw it as like this place called Mountain Works Chemicals. Right, we see that basically in the background as one of the floors erupt in a violent explosion that you can both hear and feel from where you're standing many blocks away.
So basically, she's, oh my god, there's nothing to.
Yeah.
She slowly turns around and looks at it. Oh my god, Nightshade had a very bad day. Didn't you say it was a chemical plant?
It is. It is. It's called Mountain Work Chemical Plants. Yeah.
Chemicals.
I guess it's not a chemical plant because a plant is like kind of like an industrial thing. It's called Mountain Work Chemicals.
Alright. Then she writes the others. The chemical place just blew up. Meet you there. And an addendum for Finn. Do you have a headache?
So of course, like as this happens, there is like an eruption in the hallway where you're at, like people like standing, looking out in shock and like gasping and like horrified. And a few moments like after you're putting all these things into your phone and like sending them, your father comes out of the hospital room and like looks for you. He's like, "Oh, good, you're there. Are you okay?"
Why shouldn't I be?
Yeah. And he looks out the window and sees what's going on. He's like, "Oh dear God." And then he looks to you and like realization dawns on his face and he's like, "You're not going, are you?"
Of course I am.
And you can see he kind of expected that, like he expected you would say that. So he has like that one moment where he's like composing himself, like getting. He's like, "Well, must you? Can't you leave this to someone else?" What am I saying? Of course you can't. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. And then she powers up and leaves the building.
All right.
Starlight has left the building.
So yeah, at this point in time, like all of you get a message, like as Starlight described. What are you doing at this point in time? Like where do we see you in like the one or two panels devoted to you, like receiving the message and then doing something or not doing something about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think with the Sparrow in
Yeah.
a small rowboat with her dad fishing, checking her phone, looking sad, hugging him, and flying away.
Sounds good.
I think Nightshade looks at his phone, sees the message, looks up into the rearview mirror of the car and sees his parents, and says sorry apologetically, and poofs into smoke and just dissipates outside of the car.
What? Aaron, where are you going? You get back here right now!
His mom is rolling out the windows.
Stop smoking out the window! Bye, Mom.
That's exactly right. Right? It's like,
It's just-
don't you go! Don't, as you're like dissipating into smoke and you start like floating out the open window. She like rams the button and like the window starts going up like.
Blast that thing! The present! Oh my.
What about Diamond?
Well, when Diamond gets the message, she's well, I think she's been sitting at she's been sitting in the disused mall with her back up against the wall somewhere, dangling her legs over the edge of something or whatever, with a pad of paper in one hand and a pencil in the other, and there's a little pile of crumbled up paper next to her.
Yeah.
And she's working her way through a letter from the looks of it. She's actually trying to write a letter instead of, by hand instead of writing an email.
What have you been writing?
Well, all the letters start with some version of Dear Jeep or Hi Jeep or something or other Jeep anyway, and every time she's gotten maybe 3 or 4 lines down on the paper, she takes a look at it and grumbles and tears it off and tries again. There's probably something like 15 or 16 pieces of paper lying next to her crumbled up.
There's like an overturned dustbin with like just
Yeah,
spilling.
pretty much. And then the message goes off, and she just takes all the paperwork, crumbles it all up in very firmly into a one big ball of paper, and she dumps it in one of those like a what's it called? She hops down from where she's sitting. She goes outside, throws the paper into one of those burning barrels things that you see a bunch of homeless guys standing around or something.
All right.
And then she spits out the remains of the cigarette that she was more chewing than smoking at this point.
Diamond is totally the kind of person who would have an indoor drum fire.
Yeah, well, as she did go out for it,
Yeah,
but yeah, okay. But yeah, she might actually have had that, at least in since the mall is in complete disuse anyway. And then she heads off to find the others.
All right. And what about Vigil?
How many days was it after?
Just like 2, something like
Okay, so he's not hangover anymore.
Boo. What kind of wuss is he if he hasn't been drinking hard enough the first time he got drunk out with 2-day hangover?
Because it would be very hard for him to buy alcohol while drunk and underaged. We see him probably just in his lake house in the lake house, like shirtless, carrying some stuff to fix the hole in the wall, like maybe literally like carrying a log on his arm or some nonsense like that. Some gratuitous shots.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
What did you say, not Starlight, Sparrow?
I said lots of fan service from Vigil today. I approve.
Yeah, I know.
It's good stuff.
He brought a lot of seriousness in the last episode. He has to tone it down. Yeah. So when he gets the message, he probably literally drops the log or whatever he was carrying.
Oh, that sounds.
Not the chemical plant.
Oh, ew! I
Gladly,
hate to say this, Brain, but you could have avoided it.
yeah.
You walked
Gladly,
into
the
that.
comic book shot ended above the waist, so you know.
Yeah, but if he's standing there naked from the waist up, and he's got this
As far
rather
as you know.
this rather blissful look on his face.
Mm. Yes.
All right. So we see like all of you set in motion, driven towards the same area. So upon your arrival, we see a lot of you basically meet up in the vicinity of the building, and you're standing in the I'm guessing in a street across the way from the outdoor plaza that lies in front of the building. So the building in its entirety is one of these enormous modern modern architecture masterpiece things, where a company has put a lot of thought into their put a lot of money towards the outside representation of their building being designed aesthetically pleasing to the surroundings.
So, in other words, a complete eyesore.
Yeah, I guess. Depends on how much of a fan you are of gray flagstone parks with neatly trimmed trees and ending in the large white shiny phallus protruding from the cityscape.
That's a nice description.
But
yeah. So upon meeting up, there is smoke billowing out from one of the floors. The fire service have arrived, seeming to the trucks are just pulling up. A couple of police cars have starting to cordon off the nearby streets and get people to not take this route. And what are you doing right after we see a couple of establishing shots? Where are you at in the establishing shot of you guys joining up here?
Well, a roof is always good.
Yeah, got to keep to the theme.
I think just to be slightly contrarian and just have Diamond be a little bit less edgy and moody for a moment, and just have her be just for a change, have her be a mindless teenager. I think she is truck surfing on the way in.
I mean, that makes all kinds of sense in my mind's eye theater.
So she's literally standing on top of an 18-wheeler, her feet firmly planted, her arms slightly out to the side, definitely doing the whole surfer stance thing with, wearing sunglasses and an inverted baseball cap.
Of course, and then a mighty leap to take you up to a fire escape, and they're your friends.
Yep.
Sweet. All right.
On the contrary, White Sparrow is still wearing her fisherman's outfit. I think she actually comes equipped with, rubber overalls.
I think the first comment out of Diamond when she sees that is, "Ooh, Smexy! I didn't know you liked PVC."
I was fishing, okay?
Oh, that's what they call it nowadays.
Another eruption from within the building sends a shower of glass and a plume of dust out outside of the building.
Who are we dealing with this time?
I mean, it could have just exploded. We might be lucky.
I think we need to get up there, search for any innocents, and get them out of the building.
At least we've got you for this.
Nightshade cracks his knuckles. He's like, "Yep, this is my speciality. I'll go in first and clear out any toxins that might be airborne."
Good idea, but you aren't really capable of carrying too many people out of there.
No, once I get the chemicals or toxins cleared out of the way, then you guys can move up.
Sure.
All right. So how do you get up there?
I turn and look at Diamond
Mm-hmm.
and like raise an eyebrow, as in, "Are you
Hey,
ready to do this again?"
Yeah, sure, absolutely. She looks like she's having it. That goes down very, very well with Diamond. She basically walks over there and picks him up.
Oh yeah, I should ask. We already heard the answer from White Sparrow. Who among you are costumed?
Well, I hate to say it, but Diamond never actually wore a costume to begin with.
I get you.
I think Nightshade is in like his Sunday best, but he has a hooded jacket over his shirt and has that zipped up.
Like
hood up and
going in Kenny McCormick style.
yeah.
I am half tempted to say that Finn appears
Shirtless.
just, shirtless, but yeah, sure, why not? He has his like tight, untight hero pants, maybe his bracers, but he just arrives shirtless because this is this kind of episode.
This is how you know
Yeah.
there's like a new artist working in this particular issue. It's like, you know what? Like superhero tights or so on, like they're kind of unsexy. Let's new generation superheroes should just be wearing civilian garb and then just whee, there we go.
I swear, this week's episode has got to be named Yakety Sax.
Yep.
Remains to be seen. All right, so fastball special.
Fastball special indeed.
All right, we need to make we should almost make a custom move for that in case you want to use it in like a stress situation ever. But for now, we just see Nightshade being propelled through the air, and you're just aiming at the general like center of crises.
She does, because she's in that kind of mood today. So basically, she does a 3-step drop, and does it and calls out an audible while she's holding on to her esteemed leader, because I can just kind of see the image in chibi form with her doing a 3-step drop and calling out an audible and pulling back her arms to throw a perfect spin, and Nightshade is stiff as a board, arms crossed over his chest, and a little black cloud over his head. Oh, the indignity! But yes, she draws back and throws him and sends him in the general right direction. And when he goes through the window in smoke form, hopefully that he's supposed to, she will do the whole. The crowd goes wild.
All right, so we
Hey, you can't fault her. She had a hot dog 2 days ago.
No, that's true. So yeah, we have you like with the arms in the air being like, yeah, who's the best? I am the best. And we cut to inside the building with Finn having remanifested in a
not Finn.
workable form. Not Finn. Still Nightshade in a workable form.
Oh, Finn is not getting his workable form this episode.
So you have arrived upon like the destroyed floor of one of the like of this building, where you're landing. You're basically like looking at like just in like an office floor of a. So office floor is not really entirely true because there's a bunch of laboratories up here, but it has that kind of like that very new, polished, expensive office-looking feel. And the entire thing like seems to be leveled. There is like a bunch of like cracked stonework. Walls have been turned over. Whatever was positioned in the hallways have like been flipped or destroyed utterly. And the entire thing is like coated in this like cloud of like thin dust, like what just like the remnants of the destruction hangs in the air as you land.
Okay.
And you can hear like the muted sounds of people either like screaming or calling to each other.
Yeah, and the first thing Nightshade does as he lands is he kind of like stops. It almost looks like he's just staring into the air. He's feeling to see if there's like any presence of chemicals or anything harmful in the air before he proceeds.
Interesting. Can you feel that? I mean, yeah,
I'd say,
I take it you can.
I'd say, yeah, like contacting his skin and stuff, he'd be able to tell.
All right. Yeah. So let's have a. Why don't we have you assess the situation now?
Alrighty.
As you're like, looking about and sensing your surroundings.
Hey, I have superior now.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, you get to ask me a question.
What here is the greatest danger?
So initially, one would think that it might be like some chemicals hanging in the air and so on. But the emergency systems here are actually doing a good work of doing what they're supposed to do and containing the outbreak that might be here if things were going horribly wrong. What is the greatest danger appears to you as you're like looking around and peer down the hallway. For a moment, something very big and heavy and about like 1.5 times the height of a normal person lumbers like across an intersection at the end of the hallway, leaving like big holes in the floor as it walks with heavy steps, and then like vanishing down the hall out of sight. That is very possibly the greatest danger here. And as you look around, right, you can see like the place here has obviously been like this place has not been leveled by an explosion. This place has been leveled by something strong with large fists.
Okay. Yeah, so as Nightshade sees that, he's like, "Ah, shit!" And so he like quickly pulls out his phone and I guess does like a group call to everybody. And he slowly starts like making the way where he saw this huge creature going to. And as he connects with his teammates, he says it's not an explosion. There's a metahuman or a superhuman here. The suppression system is doing fine. Yeah, we should probably all be here.
On our way.
And then he's going to kind of like sneak up to the hall that this thing went down to and take a gander at this big hulking beast.
All right. So you see like tippy toe down the hallway. You like look around the corner, and you see at like just like a couple of meters down the hall, this enormous thing is like standing, just looking at a wall, presumably be hidden somewhere behind its enormous bulk. There is a door, and for a moment, it like you probably like you hear a scream down an adjoining hallway, and it turns around and looks, and it's like, and you pull back behind a fern or something, to like up. But for a moment, you get a good look at it, and it's this like enormous, gray-skinned, muscle-bound Neanderthalic humanoid with a large underbite and like jutting teeth. And a heavy brow. And as it turns around, no, you wouldn't tell from this distance. That's okay. So it just like turns around for a moment, like and seems to like think better of it. Turn around to the door it was looking at, and just like put its hand through it and rip it out, and just like with a nonchalant move and send it down the hallway, and just this like set of 2 metallic sliding double doors that appear to be like sliding security doors, just like roll down the hallway, and it like explode through a window, and probably like fall towards the plaza outside.
Yeah, he's like, oh crap, and like sneaks another peek, though he thinks he probably shouldn't. He does it anyways, and sees what this big Neanderthal is getting into.
Is walking into a laboratory.
Yeah, at this he kind of like ducks down and like roadie runs into different cover and just keeps an eye on it.
Yeah,
and kind of just moves behind it as it moves.
So as you follow it, you get to like a peek into the laboratory. And it's like basically just lumbering around, seeming kind of passive about most things other than when it opens doors. It's not like turning over things or crushing anything. But then it stops in front of like this large security like secure cabinet that has like these like a bunch of pipes and like glowing diodes on it. and then it like closes its arms around it, and this is like it's a pretty huge fucking construction like in the side of the wall, and it just starts like pulling it out, and the wall shakes and crumbles, and the building like gives a little shudder as it does so, but it just keeps pulling until it clears the entire metallic structure out of the stone wall, and then it starts squeezing it, and it starts pouring with this opaque blue liquid.
Oh crap. I think at this Nightshade just looks around for any debris, like a busted wall or something, and just picks it up and hurls it at this Neanderthal, just trying to grab its attention away from the object it's trying to squeeze.
All right. So yeah, with like just throw some like a piece of rebar with a like chunk of concrete on it, just like hurl it through the air, and like you hit it, and it like it's a pretty heavy thing, right? It hits it just like dunk and falls off as if you'd thrown a Q-tip at it, and then it stops squeezing and it turns around, like looks at you.
Hey, big guy, put that down and come over here.
It puts the thing down and it turns around and it walks towards you.
And slowly start backing up with it, like, that's right, come on. Stay away from the nice chemicals.
As you start backing up, it starts like increasing its pace.
Yeah, we get like the wide-eyed shot of Nightshade, and it's like, oh shit, starts turning. He turns around, starts running, and realizing it's starting to run after him.
Yep, that's exactly what happens. So, the rest of you, how do you enter the building when Nightshade gives the all go?
Through the wall, close to where he's standing.
Alright, cool. So basically I think what we see is like you guys arriving like up and through the gaping hole in the wall that you threw him up towards. I would guess White Sparrow has helped you up here with like a construct, right, hovering you up there.
They arrive on a pterodactyl.
All right.
Nice.
So as you do that, you're looking at the same kind of like ruined inside-scape as I described for Aaron. But then like suddenly down the hallway he was looking down before, suddenly like you see Nightshade come running around the corner, and you hear this like low thudding behind him, and then like this huge Neanderthalic thing comes running after him like, "Whoa!"
Oh guys, can I have that one, please?
I'm like, you just see me going shit as I'm running.
I promise I'll feed it and water it.
Okay, but you have to pick up its poops.
And I yelled to them as I'm running, like, we're going out of the building now.
I'll potty train it. Okay, you guys get all the others out and I'll deal with that one.
So it's about to catch Finn. It's still about to catch Nightshade.
Yeah,
I'll Finn in the middle, like when Diamond is readying herself to like engage, he's like projecting like a bola in his hand. It's like measuring and trying to toss the bola to wrap it around the thing's legs, just to trip it.
Yeah, you take the bowl out, like you get it there, you throw it. It sails directly over Nightshade, and it like wraps around the legs of the thing, and it falls. And then it pushes itself up and tries to like move again, and like, it notices something is around its legs. It's like and then it tugs at it a bit, and it holds pretty strong, and it gives it a good solid tug, and the bowler snaps.
And then I'd like to engage directly.
Right, so you start running at it. What do you do?
Specifically, what I do is because he's trying to catch my team leader, I'm not going to let him do that. So I am going to, just to keep with the wrestling comments here, I'm basically going to do my very, very best Edge or Goldberg or, God forbid, Roman Reigns, and I'm going to spear the guy back into the room he came from before.
Nice. So you throw yourself at the creature as it like pulls itself up from its like low down position, and it rips the bolas from its legs. It starts getting up, and then incoming we just see like fucking Diamond tear through the air and hit into the.
There's a massive amount of noise again. Sorry, I
That's okay.
Yeah.
I heard it too. What was
Enormous echo and a lot of noise. What was going on?
that?
I
I'm
think
not
that
sure.
was the cat again. Sorry.
All right. So yeah, we see you like tear through the air, bowl into this thing. Both you and it like roll backwards down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
AJ, you're echoing. Could you put a headset in?
I have a headset in.
That's
this
weird.
is weird.
Yeah. All right. So we just have to kind of work with it. So you like you roll back, and you just like you threw yourself at this thing, and as the rolling tumble comes to a halt, you just like feel a hand shut itself around your jacket and like around your shirt in the back, and hoist you off it. And you look into this like stupid looking underbite face, as it like looks at you, and then its brow furrows and it shouts and like roar. It's just like this like exhale of air and noise into your face.
I
And-
headbutt it.
Yeah. So you can't reach it, but as you rear your head
Well,
back to like
can I reach out with my arms and
yeah,
pull
you,
myself close?
you like yeah, totally right.
Yeah,
you
good.
like
That's
you
what
real-
I'll do. I'll pull myself in close and headbutt him.
Yeah, you start like what I'm saying is like as you grab onto like and trying to like throw a punch at it. It's like it's slow lumbering pulling you off movement turns into like a very quick like just a snap throw and sends you through a nearby wall. And as you pick yourself up and dust yourself off, you're like, okay, this guy's playing like at around your level. And it like you see through the hole in the wall, it like you see this like its face looking at you through the cloud of smoke, and it's like it kind of walks in towards you, being like, "Rrr." Like you're gonna like it brings its fist up and seems like, okay, we're gonna throw down now.
Yeah.
And then we engage
Yay.
directly.
Yay! So, him or me?
You roll.
Okay, excellent.
Punch everything.
punch everything. Let's see. Just to be on the safe side, but I think it's just going to be the usual normal thing. This place is already coming apart, so that I could actually do the whole China shop thing if it becomes necessary. But there are still innocents in here, so
They're
maybe
very
not
young.
just yet. Okay, yeah, I'll simply I will go for the direct approach and try to hit the creature. Is there anything large and heavy looking lying around?
Oh, a bunch of heavy looking machinery.
So yeah, some machinery even. All right, excellent. Fine, I'll pick up. This is how high up in the building are we?
This is like easily 20 floors up or something.
Okay, so we're not talking about, like digging machines or anything of the
No.
sort, but it could be, conceivably, it could be, I don't know.
You're in a
Let's say there's a small portable generator standing there,
yeah, sounds good.
and she grabs a hold of the electric cables that this thing is held with, tears it loose, swings around, but basically gets good momentum on herself. So she's doing the whole Warhammer Fantasy Battle Goblin fanatic spin routine here, and the Neanderthal thing is going to get it really, really, really hard with a portable generator.
All right, roll it.
Okay, let's see. That's plus danger. That's a hit.
Sweet. Okay, so you can pick one from your list on the directly engage.
Yeah, let's see. That's on the moves one in it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Directly engage a threat. I would take his footing from him.
Sweet. Okay, so we see you do this, right? You grab the thing and you like start swing, and you hit it, and it like reels back and like bowls into the side of the wall, and then it comes back at you and like heaves a mighty punch and just like levels it directly towards you. And as you do, as you like leap back and try to open space and like get another swinging at it, basically you manage to like clip its footing out and knock it like down a floor, but like swing this machinery around and just crash into the monster and punch it directly through the floor of the building.
Wow.
However, as you do so, you suffer like a vicious backhand swing from this thing.
Yes.
And you need to roll to take a powerful blow.
Yes, and that's my conditions, correct?
Yes, plus your conditions.
Plus conditions. Okay, modify, nothing, obviously, just called. If I could speak, that would help. That's
Hey,
sweet.
I'll say it's okay. That
You
marks
stand
potential.
strong.
Marks
also
potential.
mark potential. Mhm.
Mark potential.
Well, that
and
takes me up to 5.
tell
That
us
takes
how
me
you
up to
weathered
5.
the blow.
Well, it swung a backhand at me, doesn't it? Right. All right. Well, here's what happens: is that the thing actually smacks her, really good solid hit right across, the chin. And at this point, of course, this portable, this swinging motion that she's gotten into basically means that she's got extra momentum into that. It does mean that she lets go of her weapon, but at that point, it's already sort of wrapped around this creature's legs.
Yeah, it's like
So
punching
her-
it through the floor.
So she comes to a complete and total, instead of having forward momentum, she comes to a complete and total and immediate stop, and her head just snaps to one side. And as she looks back towards it, there's just the red dot from her eye, and she says, "Ouch."
And then cut to the thing going through the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. So the floor caves
But that
and this thing goes
it
down.
does take me up to 5 potential, though.
Yeah,
So
You
do
can
I
pick a
pick
new
now
move.
or later?
you can pick now if you want to.
I would love to, because you never know, I might get more potential before this is over.
No, you'll still add potential. It just
Yeah, but it would be nicer. It'll be easier to keep a track on it like this, so to say.
Yep.
So I'm going to take a move from another playbook.
All right. What move do you want?
I'm going to take the one from the Transformed, which is called Unstoppable.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It says when you smash your way through scenery to get to something or away from something, roll plus danger. On a hit, the world breaks before you and you get what you want. On a
Nice.
7 to 9, choose one. Either mark a condition, leave something behind, or take something with you. On a miss, you smash through but leave devastation in your wake or wind up somewhere worse. GM's choice.
Nice.
Don't you already do that?
No. What the one I don't have one where there is actually a chance that I get what I want.
Very
yes.
cool. Very cool.
And
Okay.
it lends itself to her way of fighting, and she's already a plus danger heavy type. So there you go.
Absolutely, positively. Okay. So, let's do this. And I am just going to quickly check this reference. All right. So you knock the thing through the floor. We see it like pull its like as you look down. The rest of you, of course, can catch up with your teammate. And you stand like atop the floor, looking down through the hole you created. And as the dust settles, you see it pick itself up, readjust its jaw, and it looks up, and it doesn't seem to be able to see you. It just like looks left and looks right, and then it shouts in anger again, and just like pulls itself up and swings. And there is like this loud rumble from below, as like it just basically goes on a mad rampage below. In anger and in frustration of you, the floor, the ceiling above you, the walls, all of it just starts tearing into it, and you hear like multiple shouts from all over as the downstairs floor just gets the same treatment as the floor you arrived on.
Well,
Yeah.
And yeah,
what do the others want to do?
you hear the building like start give way. You hear the cries of people somewhere down there in danger, and there are still like people up here who also need help.
I look at everybody and I point to Diamond, like point down to the creature, and like get that thing out of here. I turn to Vigil. I say, help her get it out. I look at Starlight and White Sparrow. I say, get the people out of here that are in danger. I'm gonna go check what it was after. It's some sort of chemical.
Well, Sparrow's gonna do that. I think she turns into a bird because that's fastest, and swiftly, before anyone can tell that one of her wings is miscolored, flies down the hall to try and find someone to save.
Sweet. All right. So you are entering battle as a team. Do you have influence over everyone, Nightshade?
I think so. Let's see here. No, I do not have influence over Diamond.
All right. What is everyone doing in this fight? What are you here for? What's your purpose here?
I have a question.
Yep.
Before I answer that, what does it take for him to get influence? Can I just give it to him?
Give it.
Yeah,
It's
if
it's either end of the session thing.
Yeah, but I
or
mean,
throughout
in
the
middle-
moves.
Yes. Okay, so I can't just arbitrarily
No, you
say
cannot.
that I.
Oh yeah,
No.
you can. You can at any point in time
Yeah?
decree that a character has influence over you. It's
I'll
just a
give
matter.
it to him.
Sure.
You can freely give it. You just can't freely take it away.
No, I'll freely give him influence. She genuinely respects the man, so she's
All right.
got
Okay.
no problem with that.
Awesome. So then, yes, I do have influence over everybody.
Excellent. What is your Nightshade? What's your purpose here?
Purpose here is to get that thing out of here and keep people from getting hurt.
All right. White Sparrow, what's your purpose here?
Keep people from getting hurt.
Starlight? You're muted.
I know. Stop the explosions?
All right. So yeah, we have some we don't have a complete overlap. People have different priorities in this fight. That's okay. So does anyone mistrust Nightshade or the team?
Guess that's enough.
Define team.
The team. Does
The whole
anyone here-
team or any member of the team.
The team. Does
The
anyone here
team,
not
the whole
trust
team,
the
and nothing but the team.
yeah? Does anyone here not trust the defenders of Halcyon?
So help us the editor. No, I trust the team.
All right. Are you ill-prepared or off-balance? You're not, strictly speaking, ill-prepared or off-balance, so no. All right, cool. So you are up to 5 team for this fight.
Nice.
So let's start since Nightshade called it out and said okay, we're gonna go do this, and then White Sparrow took off. I guess what do we see first? We see White Sparrow disappear around the corner. Nightshade, where are you going?
I'm running back to that blue opaque liquid.
Yeah.
I want to try and absorb it.
So you come in and you find the blue opaque liquid, and it seems kind of harmless.
So not upsetting the environment or anything that it's touching.
No, it's just kind of there.
Okay. I just go ahead and place my hand into it and
It's slimy.
absorb it into myself if I can.
Yeah, you totally can. All right. So yeah, as you try, why don't we roll to have you do that?
Okay.
Unleash your powers, please.
Dang.
Ding dang.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's not good.
Okay. Fun.
Oh.
So,
Well, market potential, I guess.
yeah,
Yep.
absolutely mark potential.
Our glorious leader is dead. Also,
I'm about to say, I'm getting a feeling whoever leads this team fails a lot.
That's the perk of being a leader. Lots of potential.
Oh
Yay!
yeah. Oh yeah, I know what this is. Okay, so as you like put your hands on this like stuff to be like, I can absorb this, it's fine. The thing from downstairs, the monster flies up through the floor as it's getting uppercutted downstairs, and like as Vigil and Diamond are like tag teaming it and like throwing it around, and it's destroying the building. It comes up through the floor, it hits the ceiling, it lands directly in front of you, and it just kind of like picks itself up again and does the whole readjusting its form, seeming to not really care much that it's being thrown around, other than it making it angry. But as it pulls itself up, you have this moment where you're like, oh shit, I need to get away from this thing, or do whatever, right? But then you spy, as you look on it, in the torn remnants of what appears to be regular human clothing on its person. Just above its shoulder, where is like the remnants of a torn t-shirt or jacket, dangles a tiny little name tag, and it says guest, and it says guest Daniel Thornton, and there is a picture of your best friend.
Damn it, I knew it. At that, Nightshade kind of stops and goes wide-eyed, and just kind of freezes there. He doesn't know what to do.
So the thing in front of you, and for you guys downstairs, Vigil and Diamond, as you look up, you see this like from a worm's perspective. The thing like pulling itself back up to a stand. Nightshade just sitting in front of it, staring at it, not seeming to do anything. And then it pulls its arm back and it just slugs him directly in the face. Unless you want to interject, of course.
I really would like to try but I think I'm not the best one at this. I think, quite frankly, Vigil is a better savior than I am.
Actually, what I want to do, it's more than pulling Nightshade out of the way. What I want to do is project the kind of like a rope lasso kind of thing. Toss the other end to Diamond, and just basically say, okay, wrap and drag.
Okay, you can do that.
Sweet. Okay, so roll.
It's basically a defense, but more of a focused on,
Yeah, that's definitely defend. So roll to defend, and you have definitely set Diamond up for being able to spend team to help you.
Oh, hell yes.
Okay, since technically, since I'm defending Nightshade, do I get +1? No, it's again when I'm rolling against them with influence from influence.
If you have hold, I suppose you could use it.
Does influence work with defense?
Let's have a look.
No, it's only to all rolls that target these people. So
yeah, because
yeah, maybe. Yeah, why not? Let's say it does.
Okay.
If the roll is.
I mean, no, actually, no. So you're not.
Yeah, because it targets the thing. Technically.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Not the.
If you had thrown the lasso around him and told me to drag, then yes.
Yeah, I'm just double checking if I have any other rules I has there. No. Oh my!
Wow.
Very.
Damn it!
So,
I want my leadership back.
All right. So pick your options from defense.
Let me just quickly open the moves because
That's okay. So you you choose one.
Okay,
you keep Nightshade safe, and you choose one from the list.
Mm-hmm. I have other things, so it's like I just add team to the pool, I suppose.
Your active teamwork here like bolsters the team effort.
Yeah, because I have no conditions. I have no, and I already have influence against Nightshade.
All right. So Nightshade, you're looking up on this thing. It just like stands up. It pulls its arm back, and down it comes immediately, like really like this quick like just overhead smash. And then it stops, and you can like feel this like air pressure from your face as its hand is brought to a stop. And there is this lasso around its wrist, and you see downstairs, you see Vigil and Diamond yank on it, and it just loses balance and falls downstairs. Lands, and once again like starts picking itself up, dusting itself off. And...
Yeah.
Actually, I would like to do something, if it's possible.
Yeah, go on.
Because, when I've dragged and I can feel that the rope goes slack because he's coming down, I want to meet him with a punch, an uppercut, as he's coming down towards me.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I want to basically use his momentum to send him into near orbit.
Nice. All right, so roll. Why don't we have you roll to directly engage?
Are we doing that weird like ping pong ball on a string thing?
Yes, you got it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding. When I've hit him, you can hit him, and so on. All right, I will roll to directly engage. And let's see. Let's see. Here. Wow.
Sweet.
Jeez.
All right, pick your options.
Yeah. That is just be on the safe side. I am going to resist their blow because I'm perfectly well aware that he's probably also picking up whatever he can on the way to smack me as we get close enough.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to resist his blow, and I am going to. Let me see what I'm going to take from him, or if I'm going to. No, I'm going to create an opportunity for Finn. In fact.
Yeah.
By basically when I punch him, I want to punch him in a way where he flies through the air towards Finn and he can finish the job.
Oh, very cool. So, okay, that's 2. So, the thing falls down from upstairs, having been stopped from punching Nightshade. As it drops down, you come in, you swing at it, you clip it, send it like fucking ass over tea kettle through the air, and it's just like on the perfectest intercept course towards Finn, who does what?
Basically, what Finn does is he finds the nearest wall. Like, just looks at this for a moment. Obviously, everything is happened like in semi-slow motion. So he just uses his speed to just bounce off a wall, grab the thing's head, and basically drag his head down and kind of drive it into the floor in his arm.
Oh, you're doing Bog, you're basically doing a bulldog.
No, I'm doing something out of nowhere.
Oh God! Oh no! An RKO! RKO out of nowhere. Fuck you. All right.
Sweet.
Okay. So.
Right. So you basically find yourself on top of this creature.
Yeah. So I roll danger.
Yeah, it depends on like kind of what you feel like you're doing.
Yeah, it's definitely directly engaging.
All right. So yeah, you may roll plus danger.
Okay, so it's a flat roll. Do I get +1 for diamond setting it up?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Sweet.
All right, pick one.
It would be it wouldn't be a fail.
No, one more isn't enough to get it higher, is it? I would have spent team pool for that.
It's okay. I think it's kind of I want it to be kind of scared, so it's impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Sweet. So yeah, it's I mean the obvious thing here is that it's surprised because it did not expect anything out of you. Basically, I think actually no. The more important appropriate thing here is to frighten it. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. So, you swing, you swing. The thing flies through the air. It gets intercepted by Vigil, who like drags it down and gives it a good thrashing. Whereupon the thing like tears itself free of the floor with a mighty bellow, and like kind of seeming to now be actually hurt. Doesn't seem to really dig the jive here, and in a mixture of anger and fear, it just starts bowling through the wall. And unfortunately, you are directly in front of it as it does so, and it just basically sandwiches you, Finn, between all the walls it's going through as it's running.
Yep.
In its attempt to get away from you, it hasn't.
Oh
Really
my god! The
on.
lasso is still on his wrist, and he drags me behind it.
Yeah, but I've still got a hold of my end of the lasso.
So he
I
drags
just
us both.
So you get the easy treatment because you're just basically like, oh, okay, I can let go of the lasso, or I can kind of get dragged along. Whereas Finn is just like getting sandwiched multiple times in a row.
Ow, 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 ow. Okay. That's bad. Well, I think we might want to hear what some of the others want to do before I jump in again.
Most assuredly. So we will. I will leave it nebulous where this thing ends up because I want to see what the others are doing. So I
just before. Do I take a powerful blow from this?
Yeah. No. Wait. No, you're not. You don't take a powerful blow for this.
Okay. Continue.
But something else though.
Something else. The wall does.
Yeah. All right. So meanwhile, upstairs, Starlight, what are you doing? You're muted.
Yes, I know. I just had to find the real unmute button.
That is not the right unmute button. I must find the real one.
Well, I tried to unmute the microphone, but that's not how it works when I mute it.
I get you. What you doing?
Discord. I'm trying to save people. Because our new leader thinks I'm good at it.
What does that look like?
How many people are there I need to save?
That's a good question.
Well, there's an entire building full, but Sparrow is also saving them, so half a building?
Okay.
You take the 500 on the left, I take the 500 on the right.
But how does the building look?
Horrible, misshapen, broken, and crumbling.
Okay, I'm just gonna boot them out.
You throwing people
Even
out
if
the
they're on
window?
the higher floor?
Just
Well, no one told me it was more than one floor.
So
I asked how the building looked. Go away, cat. I don't want to listen to you now.
So as you run to find people and like help them, we see you basically like get people up and out of rooms, right? It's just like a sequential amount of pictures. However, as you emerge into what looks to be like sort of like an upstairs open like a central room connecting a series of hallways. That's probably like a kind of a hub for this series of offices. You see that like a bunch of people are seated in the middle of the room. Seeming to be tied to a central pillar in the middle of that room, and all of them kind of like talking over each other, generally seeming like very scared and very frightened, and seated just like next to them, just out of reach of all of them because they're of course like all tied to the pillar and they can't, just so far away that they can't kick it over. Is this like elaborate looking bomb?
She stops momentarily, like, why the hell are they why are they tied? What the fuck is that? Oh fuck. Okay. I should probably get some burn going. I'm a power up.
Alright. So roll to summon your great and powerful powers.
Yeah, and it's 2 higher because I have 2 conditions.
Very
but
nice.
for some reason, it won't actually let me add them.
It's got it in there.
Yeah, it also calculated it.
It did?
Yeah, you see if you hold the mouse over, it says 2d6.
Nice.
Alright, sweet. So, you take a burn.
Yes.
which for you in this case is what? How much do you get on that nade?
Yeah, I have to find the Nova again. Burn, burn, burn. When you charge up all your powers, roll conditions. Mark a condition. Great.
All right, cool. So you get 3 hold. You hold 3 burn, but you mark a condition.
Great.
So as your power well up inside you, what do you feel?
She starts to feel a little insecure because this is already unstable and she can feel it.
Yeah, you feel like you're inside like an unstable building, toying with unstable
No,
cosmic
her powers.
Yeah, I was
Her
about to like it.
powers are very unstable and she is very well aware that this building could go down whenever.
You're compounding the situation a bit, is what you're afraid of.
Yeah, it's like, oh fuck, don't fail it, don't fail it, don't fail it.
All right. So you take your condition, and now you have 3 hold. The people seated around the pillar always like what's going on? What is that? As a girl having entered the room just like a floor above them, suddenly starts glowing with cosmic energies.
Ah, great. It's okay. I'll get you out. And then she looks at the bomb, and sadly, it was a very. I think I will get you. I hope I will get you out. Tone in her voice as she goes to look at the bomb to see, can I do anything about this?
So as you start approaching it, you walk towards it. The people think you're coming towards them, and as you get closer to the bomb, one of the people, like a guy in a suit, looking like a manager of some sort, like sits tight there, is like, no, don't get close to it.
Why?
It's proximity triggered.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means if you get too close to it, it'll explode. If anyone gets too close to it, it'll explode. Aside from that, you can also see a timer on it, but it's not like an electric timer, which would match the otherwise the very sophisticated look of this very large explosive. It's like a comedic looking like alarm clock. Tied up to it with like strings and like copper wiring.
Okay. Well then, I will sneak closer to the others and start, loosening their bonds so they can get out.
It's probably a Mickey Mouse alarm clock.
While she keeps a good eye on that bomb, because what the fuck.
All right. So roll to defend.
Yay! I have -2 to that. So that is Savior. And I have a -2 penalty.
Sweet.
Because I'm fucking insecure. Oh, fuck.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Delightful.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Literally everybody would have to help.
Oh no.
Okay. So.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Well, I get potential.
Yeah, you did mark potential.
I mark potential for endangering people. This is what you get when you send the person who blows stuff up to save people.
Lesson learned.
Okay.
All right. So you start helping people here, and you like just make your way. You start like untying people's restraints, and like some people get up and they like you always try to remain like just that smidge away from the bomb itself, and then as you untie the restraints of a woman wearing a summer dress and a white brimmed straw hat and a pair of big shades. We see her stand up and rub her wrists. As you go to help the one next to the one next to her, and we get this shot of her reaching into her purse, pulling out an injector gun with this kind of weird looking serum in it, take off her glasses and be revealed to be clearly a man dressed in dressed as a woman, and just put this injector pistol to your neck, and then you feel a sharp stab of pain in your neck, and then a burning inside you as something gets injected into your bloodstream. And as you do that, and like you suddenly feel this pain shoot through you, we see the irises of your eyes start fading into the like this aimless, empty whiteness that was the case for the creature the others are fighting.
Uh-oh.
And we'll take a break here.
Do.
So we'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere.